I've just watched the Fantastic Four, the new Marvel film that's just come out. So, what did I think of this? Has Marvel redeemed itself, or is it just the same stuff time and time again? Fatigue. Let's find out today on the video. So, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I had the opportunity to watch Fantastic Four. So, what did I think? I actually really enjoyed this film. This is a really return to form for Marvel, in my opinion. We've not had a Marvel film like this for some time, which I've thoroughly enjoyed watching. Going into this, sort of looking at the trailers, I wasn't sold on it. But I have to say, actually, I thought it was great. I like the dynamic of the four actors all playing their roles. Even Pedro Pascal, I thought he did a really good job actually as Reed Richards. I wasn't sold on the look of him, but thoroughly good. He sort of embodied the character. Sue Storm, thought she was really good. A solid, strong woman, but it wasn't over the top. It wasn't. It was how it's meant to be. She came across as the Invisible Woman. This film does kind of skip over the sort of the origin story. It kind of includes it. It tells you as a backstory. Johnny Storm, really good. Yeah, and Ben Grimm, he was. I really thought he did a really good job. Again, the actor sort of playing the role initially, I wasn't sold on, but thoroughly enjoyed this film. It's kind of got a sort of retro feel about it. I would say if you've ever watched the cartoons, The Jetsons, which was like a futuristic sort of version of the Flintstones, if you can remember back in the sort of 60s, late 60s, early 70s. And I really like the aesthetic of it. It fitted it well. It wasn't in sort of modern times in on planet Earth. This is a different planet, but it's kind of like a second Earth, shall we say, in a different universe. The effects very clever. One or two places with the CGI for the Silver Surfer where I thought it looked a little bit off, but on the whole, it wasn't bad. I'm kind of linking it back to the original Fantastic Four films that we got back in the early 2000s, and it didn't look quite as good as that, but it was still good. The female Silver Surfer, she did a really good job, very strong character. They kind of give you a bit of an origin story as to her and how she becomes the Silver Surfer. And then obviously the big bad, which we've all seen in the trailers, Galactus. What did I think of him? Really good. Far better than the sort of iteration that we got in the Rise of the Silver Surfer, say back in the 2000s. You get to see Galactus in his, the sort of actual Galactus from the comics, and he's a formidable foe. Really, great CGI on him. I'll briefly give you a little bit of plot sort of story. Is ultimately that obviously Galactus is devouring planets as he does in the comics, and he wants to take the Fantastic Four's baby. Obviously, Sue Storm is pregnant in this film, and she has the baby Franklin, and Galactus knows that he's got superpowers, and he basically wants to get hold of him. He says he'll sort of save the Earth from being devoured if he can have Franklin. So it's all about that kind of sort of fight for survival, trying to sort of defeat Galactus. The team come together, and yeah, really, really thoroughly enjoyed this Marvel film. It feels like they've had a good shake up, and they've really stopped and thought about um, the characters. It gives you a real good sense of family, this film. Obviously, Sue and Reed Richards are married. Obviously, they have the baby. But yeah, there's a real family dynamic, which I thought worked thoroughly well. And like I say, all the actors played all these characters thoroughly well. I was a bit dubious. I thought the original Fantastic Four films, I thought were really good. Obviously, you had Chris Evans playing Johnny Storm, and but no, these I forget the actors' names now, but thoroughly enjoyed their performances, and I'd highly recommend going to see this film. A lot of fun, a return to Marvel, a nice start to sort of Phase 5, I guess. Kicking off, Doctor Doom coming back into it. Yeah, feeling a bit more sort of interested in where that's going to go next time. Yeah, giving us a bit of a glimmer that there's hopefully better things on the horizon, um, maybe a new direction. So, yeah, go and see this film. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.